What's up? What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. You are here with Kylie, Australia's emotional eating coach, and I am super excited to be with you all again. I am here to empower you to take control of your relationship with food, create a body and a life that you love, and do it all on your terms. If you are joining me live today, let me know. Throw an emoji in the comments box. Let me know that you're here. I'm really rapt to be with you all again because yesterday we had a dance party. Thank you. Awesome. I've got, who's in that in the house? Is that Sandy? Thank you so much, honey. Yesterday we had a song and dance party. It was like a little Moulin Rouge, except I was fully clothed. So really it was nothing like a Moulin Rouge, but we had that yesterday. Thank you. And I had so much fun. I wanted to come join you again from my personal page because, you know, there's so much more fun. We've got to switch it up. And if you haven't called me every day, you don't want to catch me, I'm usually over on my other page, my business page, Kylie Packs. I live stream from there every day. But I wanted to come and join you all from here today because we had such a riot yesterday. It was so much fun. That I wanted to drop in again and hang out with you all for a bit because it's Green Tea Tuesday here, I've decided. Tuesday's a Green Tea Tuesday. I've got my green tea here. I'm good to go. But I wanted to just chat with you very quickly about something that's been coming up lately in some of the groups that I run and, you know, the girls that I'm coaching. And we're sort of dealing with a lot of start-stop syndrome. Start-stop syndrome. And it's basically where we get this idea in our head where I've got to get it perfect. Got to get my diet, my eating, my workout plan, my whatever perfect, right? If it's not perfect, then I've messed it up and I need to start again, right? But what you hear me say so often, we don't just start again. We don't just like casually and neatly go, oh, well, I will now proceed very kindly and with great love towards myself and I will, you know, pick myself up and go ahead with my healthy eating plan. No, we don't. No, we do not. We binge all the way until like next Monday or at the very earliest tomorrow when we will get it perfect because we're going to start again, right? Here's Michelle. Go, you crack me up. I know, right? The perfection curse. It is. And I'm a perfectionist myself, right? So I'm all over this. Why do you think it took me 30 years to lose the weight? Because I was like up, down, constantly stopping and starting, right? Because I had to get it perfect. If I didn't get it perfect, it was just going to drive me insane. Insane, right? Because as I said, I didn't sort of, if so much as a cookie crumb passed my lips, I was like, ee. Well, I was like, ee, but I'm actually just got a message here. I've got low battery. So we might have to zip it along. But I wanted to tell you, right, this was it. If a cookie crumb passes your lips, you're like, ee, messed it up. No, that cookie crumb, that ruined like months and months of really great loving eating towards yourself. You know, really healthy choices. No, one cookie crumb, messed it up. Messed it up. And so we go ahead and binge on everything, all the cookies in the universe, all the chocolate cake, you know, ice cream that we can jam in until we're sick. And then we feel like we've punished ourselves enough and now I can start again. So I wanted to sort of share with you, if you're feeling this way, you're not alone. You're so not alone. There are so many of us out there who suffer from start-stop syndrome. So if you're one of them, throw me a comment in the comments box and let me know because it's time to band together. Band together. Start-stop syndrome will do you in every single time. You've got to release it. You have to let it go because all it actually does in reality, right, is it's giving you like the pathway to make more excuses, or let's just be real, we lie to ourselves. They're just big fat lies. Can't start this today because, you know, and we talked about this a little yesterday. Can't start this today because it's not a good day. The weather isn't very good and so I can't go for a walk and so I can't start. And so we put off our happiness for one more day. Can't start this today because I ate a croissant for breakfast and now I realise that that's carbs and I shouldn't have done that. And so now I'll just have to scrap it and start again tomorrow. I'll get it right tomorrow. So we delay our happiness for one more day. And this is what we do. In reality, we're not even just delaying our happiness. Everything is a double-edged sword, right? You're not just delaying your happiness. You are simultaneously also and as well as prolonging your suffering. So it's a double. There, Quartz is in the house. What's up, babe? It's so great to see you here. It's not just an either or situation. When we tell ourselves these lies, let's be real, They're lies. Can't do this because, it's not a full moon yet. Can't do this because it's the wrong day of the week to start. Can't do this because I've got a cold and I don't feel good and I don't want to start anything until I feel really, really ecstatic about it. You are not only delaying your happiness, you are also simultaneously prolonging your suffering. So come on, people. We need to get with the program. I think, I don't have children. For those of you that do, I know you can raise a hand and tell me that everybody says there's no right time. Well, it's the same with your own happiness and looking after yourself and your health. Not only is there no right time to start, there is just also no better time. It's a matter of self-respect, of just knowing that you deserve more than you're currently allowing yourself to have. It's pretty much the bottom line, right? Because really, I just say, one of the girls, I was talking about this with one of the girls in my boot camp group earlier this morning, and she was sort of putting it out there, and she said, right, exactly, Michelle, raise a hand, no more suffering. She's on it, right? Because this is it. One of the girls in the boot camp, she's like, what's the best kind of exercise to lose weight? And she it was like a rhetorical question. She answered her own question. She's like, any exercise you do consistently. And I was like, yes. However, it's also needs to be an exercise that you actually enjoy. Otherwise, you're just going to torture yourself with exercise that you hate because you hate yourself. And then when you finally reach your goal weight that you hated your way to and tortured yourself with exercise to get there, you're just going to be gaining that weight back. Thank you for the love. You're going to gain the exercise back. You're going to gain the weight back because you hated the exercise that you chose to get there. You hated the stupid diet that you were on. The whole thing sucked, but you reached your goal. Woo, hallelujah, right? But when you reach your goal, you ditch everything because you hated it so much. And hello, weight comes back on. Creepy, right? Weeks, months at the most, and then bam, right back where you started. Pick something that you love. Choose an activity that you enjoy. It doesn't have to be, with my calorie, and look, check it out now, I've burnt 500 calories. Woof, I'm a winner, right? Don't worry about it. Do something that you love, and you will be exerting an amount of energy that works for your body, right? Exactly. Done that 1,000 calorie times. Michelle's on it, right? She knows. We've all been there. We count up our calories. We count how many we ate, how many we burned, the whole situation we've got it going on. And then it's such a torturous situation that you just can't wait for it to end. And of course, because you've denied and restricted and deprived yourself the whole time, you just pig out when it's over. Of course you do. So what I wanted to sort of share with you today, again, a little bit as well, is I talked about this yesterday on my business page. And I just want to share it here because the body love movement is taking the world by storm, and it's huge, and it's a good thing. But I want to add something to it. I think it's really important to distinguish, because I had a girl on Instagram, so a really big mover and shaker in the body love movement, and she attacked me like full blown, right? On Instagram, she was like, you cannot talk any more about body love at the same time while you're talking about weight loss. And, I sort of just replied to her and I said, I don't think the two need to be mutually exclusive. That's my take on it. I don't feel that we need to, let me start again, sorry. I feel that we certainly can, should and must love our bodies at any stage and at any size. However, I don't feel we need to prove a point by staying miserable in a body that we're not comfortable in just to prove to the world, well, I love my body. Look, I love my body by being unhealthy, by not losing the weight that, your body would be more comfortable if you lost, by not being able to play with your children because it hurts to run around, by not being able to walk comfortably because your knees hurt, by not being able to sit in a plane seat because that's not comfortable, you're squished in. How is that body love? No. So I just want to sort of put that out there. And if you're feeling me, let me know. Yes, of course, it's essential to love your body. Nobody should be walking around hating on themselves. That's ridiculous, right? We need the tools and the systems and the strategies to learn how to do that, because we've spent so long measuring ourselves up against, like I always talk about, Victoria's Secret, who, FYI, if you haven't heard me talk about before, they represent 5% of the female population. 91% of us females look like how we look, right? Normal human beings. This is how we look. We are killing ourselves to try and look like 5% of the population. They're not normal, right? They're not. So what you want to be doing is focusing on becoming and looking like the most awesome version of you. Okay, don't worry about trying to fit into that 5%. They are the genetic freaks of nature. They are, right? Exactly. It's all happening here. Everybody's got something to say. But it's true, and it is true. So yes, body love, I just want to put that out there because it is such a strong movement. And yeah, you hear me talk about it all the time. My gosh, you're never ever, because the two cannot be mutually exclusive. They have to link together. You're never going to lose the weight if you hate yourself. Bottom line, right? You're not going to look after something that you despise. You're not going to want to nurture something that you despise. You're not going to care what you eat if you hate it already, if you hate the thing that you're trying to feed, right? So yeah, it's essential to love yourself, of course, but you don't have to prove a point, right? I would just want to distinguish and make sure we're not distorting the message of body love. You don't have to stay overweight, miserable, and unhealthy to be part of the body love movement. It's okay to want to be comfortable and in a body that fits for you, works for you, and is comfortable for you to live in. It doesn't mean you have to squish into the genetic freaks of nature 5%. It just means that you need to be on fire with the body that you want, the one that makes you feel good, the one that can move easily, fit into clothes that you feel good about, not have to sort of fit into the things that don't make you feel comfortable, be in situations that you don't feel comfortable, not be able to do the things that you want to do in your body because it's not working for you the way you want it to work right now. Just want to put that out there. So thank you to everybody that's commenting. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you to Maddie, Laura. It's so awesome to have you guys here. If you're joining me late, please do feel free to watch the replay because we covered some really great stuff today. I really want to encourage you today. Don't put up the excuses because your mind is always going to have something to say to you. Your mind is never going to say, yeah, it's going to say for about 2 seconds, yeah, rah, rah, let's do it. Let's get on board. We're going to, ditch the diet, do this whole thing. We're going to take care of ourselves. We're going to shed this weight. It's all going to happen. It's going to feel good for about 4 seconds until you want that first cookie, donut, or whatever. And then you go, this doesn't feel good anymore. No. Then the excuses start flowing, right? It's not a good time. It's not a good day. It's, my star sign said I should not start today. And so the excuses, or what I really say, because, we got to be honest with ourselves, they're lies. Lies. We tell ourselves lies so that we don't feel so bad about the fact that we are quitting on ourselves again. Right? So what's going on with me at the moment? Big stuff. I have got now one place left for private one-on-one coaching, elite private coaching with me. I opened up the positions a couple of days ago. 2 have been filled. So I'm taking on one more person at the moment. If you feel like this is for you, if you're in the position where you still can't stand next to a chocolate cake without wanting to roll around in that baby naked, then, and let me just shut this off again. I know I've got these little messages coming through here. Low battery, so we need to shuffle along. But as I say, the women that I work with are really such smart, savvy, incredible women. They've got it going on in their lives. They've got it going on, right? They're switched on. They know what they want. But the relationship with food is the struggle point, right? And it impacts and affects every other area of your life. It does, right? It's got a flow-on effect. And this is what we want to get rid of, right? I work with women not just on the emotional eating side of things, but it's got to be a whole life picture, right? You can never, with any area of your life, which is why the diets continue to fail again and again, right? You can't ever zone in on one area without addressing the whole. It's just the way it goes. We're not sort of single unit beings, right? We are a whole entity and everything needs to be looked at and scrutinized. But truly, it's about the whole picture and getting on board with creating a body and a life that you love, right? It's got to be about the whole gig. So really, if this is resonating with you, if there's something that you enjoyed today, if you know somebody that you think would get value out of this message, please feel free. Share the love, because this is how we're going to empower and lift each other up higher as women and stop squashing each other down lower. This is what it's all about. Feel free. If you're interested in working with me, if this is something you want to know more about, you can private message me. I'm very approachable. As I always say, I'm more than happy to help you in any way that I can. Why? It's just the kind of girl that I am. Sending you all so much love. Thank you to everybody who joined me here live today. I absolutely love it. If you've got any more questions, throw them in the comments box because I'll be sure to come back and answer them for you. Sending you so much love. And as always, remember, the only person that has the power to change your life is you. And the very best squeal-worthy part of that is You've got what it takes. Big love. Till tomorrow. Bye, guys.